Hey homies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Haley and this is the Mystic Adventure Tarot. Whoop whoop. So, as you can see, our little creature friends are back because we're going to be checking in with our pets today. And this can be from pets here, from pets beyond. Basically whatever creature on this planet you've developed an emotional, spiritual connection with of some sort. So it's going to be pick a card, and then we're going to be getting into our readings. So, pile one, we've got a flower agate turtle. And what do we have? Moon in Leo. It is an important time to guard against being self-centered, over-opinionated, or pushy. Okay. If you feel like you connect with that, that's pile one. Pile two, we have this soapstone octo. And, 111 on my timer. Or it was 101, sorry. Hare. It is an auspicious time for new beginnings. Okay, so if you feel like you connected with that, it's pile two. Pile three, we have this beautiful little ammonite. And we have a cat. Make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. So, this is pile three. Pile four, we have this blue flower agate butterfly. I used to not be into flower agate, and then one day I was just like, this is gorgeous. And I kind of haven't had a problem with it since. So, we've got a blue flower agate. And then we have half to full moon. Embracing high levels of emotion and energy will bring feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. Okay, so pile four. Also, I'm a little bit sicky poo, so sorry if I sound a little clogged up. I literally am. So, pile five, we've got this yellow calcite ducky. Moon in Cancer. Spend time with family or helping others. Avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. Okay. Pile five. And then pile six, we have this green aventurine frog. And we have the owl. A crisis will allow you to look into yourself and make an important revelation. Okay, don't get scared of this. A crisis isn't always, a piano falling out of the sky or, a train coming out of nowhere. Okay, a crisis can sometimes be just like a rapid change of, mentality. So, don't shy away from it if you feel like you connect with it, okay? Don't be afraid of the negative, guys. That was pile six. So, go ahead and take a second. Think about which pile you want to pick. I also want to take a second to remind you guys that there could be potentially, elements of death or, loss or whatever. So if you are feeling triggered or you're feeling like, I'm not ready to hear this, just save this video for another day, okay? 3:33 on my timer. On that note, go ahead and take a second, pick your pile, and I will see you guys over there. Hi, pile one. If you chose the flower agate turtle or you chose the moon in Leo, this is going to be your message from your pet or a check-in with your pet. So we're going to do, of course, our oracle energies, see what's going on in there. And then we're going to dive into our tarot. And then at the very end, I'm going to be doing channeled messages from your pet. So like I said in the beginning, this can be any creature that you've had any kind of connection with, an animal that you consider your pet. There's no domesticated specifications or anything like that. It's your creature, whoever it may be. And also, trigger warning, if we dive into this and there is potentially elements of, death or loss, and you're not ready to hear that, don't watch the video and don't apply things that you do not connect with. As I always say, if you're not feeling it, it might not be for you. So you can pick another pile if you want to, or you might not have a reading today, and that's fine. So without further ado, let's get into these. Also, I'm going to be using a new deck I just got. It's called the Art of Adventure Tarot. It's not adventure time. So everyone in the comments put a hold in it because it's not adventure time. I got this off of Etsy. It's actually really, really cute. I really enjoy it. That's the artist. So if you're interested in this, let me know. I'll send you a link. Sorry if my nose is a little stuffy. So let's get into these. Pile 1, checking in with your pet. I'm gonna put Mr. Turtle over here. Put you there. Boom. Boom diada. Okay. Let's get into it. Yeah, come on, guys. All right, up first, we have Grow Your Truth, the black snake. I love that. Changing, growing, shedding skin. Peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Ooh, and that's a good affirmation to go with this moon in Leo. The time to guard against being self-centered or, over-opinionated. Maybe give yourself that affirmation when you're struggling with that. Up next, we have the kiwi. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Okay, and if you have, if the pet that you chose this pile for is like a creature that needs to be walked or anything like that, like take them with you. I don't know if you haven't been taking them out or anything like that. I'm not saying you haven't, but, maybe this is them asking like, hey, let's get out of the house a little more. Release tears. And in the guidebook for this deck, this card is essentially the same energy as the 3 of Swords. But emphasis on like crying. Like if you feel like you've just had a lot of pent up energy and you feel like you just need to let it out and you just need a good cry, do that. It's better to just let it out than to like let it build up and then you develop like resentment towards a situation where you could just literally talk about it or just get it out of your system. 3:33 on my timer. We have Aries, the competitor, and it is currently Aries season. Assertive, competitive, impulsive, loud, aggressive, action, courageous, dominant, rebellious, dynamic, impatient, quick-tempered, ruler of the first house. Yeah, I don't know if the vibe has just like been high stress for you, but I think your pet needs you to chill out. Consciousness. I love that. Being conscious of our words, being conscious of our actions, and not just like, I'm not talking about like wokeness. I'm talking about like literally being aware of what's going on, being aware of what your actions, your words, what it is that you're doing, the energy that you're in. Be aware of your surroundings. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Yep. T. Okay. How did I have it? I had it like that. Boom. I hope you could see all of these. Da, da, da. I did it the first time, you guys. We didn't have to do the thing. 4:44 on my timer. So, pile 1. I feel like lately there's been a lot of stress going on, and I think that your pet is aware. And whether it be like you struggling to stand your ground and struggling to like find your purpose, and I'm not saying purpose like, the great purpose mystery out there. I'm just talking about like find what it is that you like, find what it is that you enjoy, the job that you're interested in, the career path you want to go down, or like what you expect out of relationships, stuff like that. Like, I'm not talking about, the magical wizard in the sky. Purpose doesn't have to be that deep. But I think that if you're struggling with just finding a sense of direction and finding a sense of self, it's starting to come out. And sometimes when we're struggling, we tend to take it out on other people. Like if we're frustrated with ourselves, we project and we're like, I don't feel good enough. So I'm going to make sure that you're not good enough. Like, we all do it, okay? And I think that it's important that you just sit down and you cry about it. Like literally sit down, 5:55 on my timer. Sit down and cry about it because like it's just becoming more aggressive. And I feel like your need to express and your need to release is coming out in all the wrong ways. Because I don't think that you're communicating what your needs actually are, and I don't think that you're actually releasing any negative emotions. I feel like you're just kind of keeping them all inside. And if you're like lashing out at your pet for like, you know, being a little more needy or whatever it is, I'm not saying like you're, you know, beating up your animal. Hopefully not, because if you are, I'm gonna come find you. But I don't know. I feel like maybe you've just been neglecting your mental health. And I think that peace is what you need to be striving for, not answers right now. If you need answers, or if you're looking for answers and things just feel slow, like they're slow for a reason, you know? And I think that if you're not communicating to the ones that you love what it is that you need, and you're not communicating your frustrations and releasing the negative energy that you have built up, it's just going to keep irritating you until you eventually pop off on somebody, and then you ruin a good connection because you could have just talked about it a while ago. And that's just me being real. I struggle with expressing myself, you know, and expressing my negative emotions. You're not the only one. So if you feel like you connected with that, let's get into this. Checking in with your pet, seeing how you guys are doing. And then we'll just put Aries right here. Also fire energy. I don't know if you're a fire sign. We've got air in here too. Yeah, don't be afraid of negative emotions, you know? It's better that you express them properly and healthily than to like just start blowing up on people. Blowing up on your pet, blowing up on everybody. It just doesn't work. Woo. Okay, let's get into our tarot. And also, like I said, if you have a creature that needs to go outside, that's an excuse for you to start exercising and getting out of the environment that you've created. Just like go outside, take them with you. You guys go for a little walk, go for a little trot, whatever it is. And just get some fresh air, meditate. So a card to represent you and a card to represent your pet. I saw this one first, so I'm going to say Temperance reverses you. And your girl, it's your girl, the High Priestess. I'm going to say that's your pet. And if, you know, if I got it swapped up, it is what it is. You know how to apply the message to yourself. This is for the collective, so make it work. So a card to represent you, we've got Temperance reversed, card to represent your pet, the High Priestess upright. How does your pet currently feel about your relationship? How do they currently feel about your relationship? You and your pet. Pile 1 and their pet. How's your pet feeling? What do we got? Ooh, we got the 4 of Cups reversed. Okay. Four Cups reversed. How does your pet feel about their environment? How do they feel about their environment right now? Whoa. Ace of Swords, upright. Okay. Something they feel like you're not seeing. What is something that your pet feels like you're not seeing right now? What is something they want to tell you that you're not seeing? Ooh, we've got the 8 of Swords, upright. Okay, your pet knows what's up. This little guy, this little gal has been watching you. They're aware. How can you work on your relationship? How can you work on your relationship with your pet? Pile 1. We got 2 of them. I'll take you. The Queen of Cups. Tea. And then something important that they want to tell you. And we've got, what is this? The 4 of Wands reversed. Okay. We'll slide everyone down. Make sure everyone fits. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. All right. Pile 1. A card to represent you. We've got Temperance reversed. I feel like things have been like I said, like things have just been feeling really stressful and out of balance lately. You know, I feel like things aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you're not getting what it is that you're supposed to be getting out of your like situation, out of your life right now. I feel like you're stressed and frustrated, and like I said, when you become frustrated because you're trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to do, what is your truth, where you're trying to go, and you're all hella frustrated because you don't know. But there's nothing wrong with not knowing. Sometimes we just need to chill. You know what I mean? So, a card to represent your pet. It's your girl, the High Priestess, upright. I think that your pet is a spiritual being, whether this be a familiar or just a creature that you know has a higher level of consciousness than other animals do. And I think that this pet, I think that the significance of this pet is that this pet kind of brought a new perspective for you. And I feel like you should probably be taking some time to connect with them and refresh yourself and refresh like your spirit and stuff. Like I said, go for a walk together or something like that. Communication is key. Expressing to them what's going on, because sometimes like we're dealing with a bunch of stuff and our pets live in our house and we don't bother to tell them because we're like, oh, they're just animals. And we don't talk to them. We don't really tell them what's going on. And then they end up stressed and you're like, why'd you pee on the floor? Or why did you do this or that? And they're doing stuff that's out of character. And you're like, why did you do this? And it's because they don't know. They're stressed just like you are. So I think that you should be communicating with them what's going on, especially because I think that they are an important level of comfort for you, an important level of clarity for you. I think that they bring a really good perspective into your life. So how they feel about your relationship, or how they currently feel about your relationship. We've got the Four of Cups reversed. I feel like they're kind of tired. I don't want to say like they're tired of you, but I think that they're tired of the funk that's going on. You know, I think that they're getting bored. And like I said, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to keep like pressing the issue, but like, you know, when you haven't taken your pet out for a long time and they're just like unhappy, I think that you guys need to start I think that you guys need to start collaborating more, spending more time together. Just because I feel like I think that they feel like they're missing out on you and on your time. You know, if you're placing your time and energy all over the place and you're kind of forgetting about what it is that they need, or you're forgetting about the fact that like they're people too and they need it's a relationship, you know, and that relationship needs effort as well. So just throwing that out there. How they currently feel is, I feel like they're just pretty bored right now, and they're just kind of, you know, they're not really present when you're around or anything like that. How they feel about your environment. We've got the Ace of Swords upright. I feel like they're ready for like something fresh. They're ready for something new. They're ready for like the fog to go away and the, you know, back and forth and hemming and hawing to stop. Like they're ready to just be present and aware and active, you know. I think that they want to be challenged more. I think that they want you to challenge yourself more as well. So how they feel about their environment, I feel like they're ready for some breakthroughs. I think they're ready for a fresh mindset, a fresh, something fresh. I don't know if you're moving or not, or, you know, even just like a change in routine. Something they feel you're not seeing. We've got the Eight of Swords upright. They feel like you're just isolating yourself. They feel like you're not, this is kind of a self-inflicted type of card, you know? And I feel like in their minds, what they're seeing of you, you know, because they're the only ones who truly see us in the privacy of our own home and in our own space, you know what I mean? Because they can't tell anybody, but they can tell you. That's why we're doing this reading. And I feel like, they're watching you like slowly like dry up and slowly like lose color and just kind of fade. They're watching you fade out, and they're just like, dude, just cry about it. Like, just let me know what's going on. Like, let's go outside. Let's go, you know, like, I'm tired of being isolated. I'm tired of being trapped. And I feel like that goes really well with this Four of Cups reversed. That just like, they're really tired of the environment is stuffy, pile one. The environment is really stuffy and really aggressive, and they want you to know that it's at a point where this is you. You know, this is something that you have to do. This is something that like no one else is going to change it. They can help you along the way, and they can encourage you and love you and be present for you. But if you don't communicate and you don't, you know, take some accountability and cry about some shit, like, it's just going to keep happening and keep happening and keep happening, you know? And there's not going to be any positive changes. There's not going to be any growth. There's not going to be anything from it. So they feel like you're not seeing that this is, that it's time for you to just take control. Time for you to take the reins of the situation, whatever the situation is that is causing this environment in your household. It's time to address it, and it's time to stop, you know, passing the buck and, oh, well, this person said or that person. Change can only come by people who take action. And that's what that Aries is too. It's time to start asserting, you know, your needs, asserting communication, asserting release. How can you work on your relationship? We've got the Queen of Cups. Just being more emotionally present, being more loving, being more open to the snuggles and the activities and the outside, you know, being open to being emotionally stable. I think that at some point, you know, your pet is going to get to a point where they're just not going to want to come to you anymore, because it's always so chaotic, and the energy when you're around is so chaotic. And I'm not attacking you. This isn't from me. This is from your pet. But I think that's something you can work on in your relationship, is just being more emotionally present and being more compassionate and loving towards them, because I feel like they feel like they're lacking in that department. Something important they want to tell you. We've got the Four of Wands reversed, which I think is interesting, because Four of Wands reversed is like a breakdown in communication. It's a harsh transit. 555 on my timer. 5 is the number of change and transition. Yeah, I think that something that they're trying to tell you is they're trying to communicate with you that you're not communicating with them. They're trying to let you know that you're not, you know, expressing what needs to be expressed, and like you're holding a lot of toxic energy in, and you may and honestly, let's be realistic, you think you're holding it in, but it's being released out on the wrong people or the wrong places, you know. They want this clarity. They want this Ace of Swords in their home. They want to go back to being joyful and being bright and being happy and being balanced. And I think that starts with you taking meditation, taking time to be peaceful, taking time to... We got the Fool reverse on the bottom and the Five of Pentacles upright on the bottom. Dang. Are you like, if you're like avoiding change, dude, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be not enjoyable because you're hiding from it or you're resisting it. Not that the Tower came up or anything like that, but the Fool reverse is like self-doubt and like just kind of being trusting and putting your trust in things that you shouldn't be putting your trust in, you know? I think it's time that it's time for you to be more active. Get out of the house, go outside, get some fresh air, be conscious about your mental health, be conscious about your physical health and emotional health, you know, and be conscious about how it's affecting your household as well. So, pile 1. I feel like that went pretty fast. Is that just me? Pile 1. Messages from your pet. Let's get these little channeled messages from your little your little friends. See what they have to say. I'll take those. I wish I could take your pain away. Aw, they do. I'm sensitive to any noise at night. I want to protect you when you sleep. Ooh, okay. Please be more patient with me. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, pile one. Like, they're feeling it. They know they don't know what's going on, but they know that you're mad about it. They know that you're frustrated about it. I hate to see you feeling stressed. Thank you for taking care of me the way you do. They love you very much. Like, the fact that they came up as the high priestess is so funny to me, because like, your pet knows what's up, you know? They're conscious. They wouldn't have come to, the high priestess doesn't come to losers. You know what I mean? The high priestess isn't like, oh, you're a person who doesn't want to put in the work. You're a person who doesn't care. Let me show myself to you and show you that and make you feel worthy of my power. No, the high priestess is like, you over there putting in the work. Get over here. Your pet sees that you're trying, but I think that it's time that you try to take care of yourself. I watch you and I'm proud to be part of your life. Yeah, that high priest, like I said, the high priestess energy. I love you, I love you, I love you. I've known you for many lifetimes. This one has been the most memorable. Ooh, that gives that high priestess vibe again. I eagerly wait for you to come home. Yes, they wait for you to come home because they're like, hey, I'm here. Love me and let me love you. And you're like, nah, I'm angry. But they're still waiting for you. They're still waiting for you to be in that Queen of Cups energy. Last one. Please be careful with who you trust. That person doesn't smell right. Take that as it applies. But pile one, it's going to be okay. All right? Whatever the situation is, it's going to pass. But I think that your main focus right now is to spend some time with your pet. Spend some time getting out of your, funk. Allow them to help carry you out of that. Go outside, walk around, cry, breathe, release. Think of a new plan, And don't even think of a new plan. Just chill, okay? So I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments. I love you, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the Soapstone Octo, or you chose the hair, this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle, and if you feel like just based off of the oracle portion, you're not connecting to it, that's totally okay. Don't force information to apply if it doesn't apply. This might not be your pile, or you might not have a reading today. Either way, you're good. We're going to do oracle, and then we're going to do channeled messages from your pet. And there's no animal restrictions or type of creature or whatever. It's whatever animal you consider your pet, some creature that you have an emotional and spiritual connection with. Also, trigger warning. If there is potential, there's always potential for, death or loss to come up in a reading. So if you feel like that's something you're not ready to hear, don't watch this, okay? Because we don't want, I don't know. If you're just letting you know, if it comes up and you're not ready for it, just shut it off. You're not obligated to watch this video. 111 on my timer. So we're going to do Oracle, Channel Message, Tarot, which I'm going to be using this new deck that I got. It's called the Art of Adventure Tarot. It's not adventure time, but I found this on Etsy. I think it's really, really cute, really, really fun. If you want me to link it below, I will link it below. And without further ado, let's get into these. So it's an auspicious time for new beginnings. I love that. Move Mr. Octo over here. Move these guys over here. Boom. Let's do this. Work together. House mouse. Collaboration, whether that be, working together with your pet or working together with others. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Boop. Abundance. We love to see it. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Yes, you can, pile 2. Yes, you can. We've got Ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance. So be willing to receive all good things in your life. Okay, pile 2. Go off. Your pet is ready to be a luxurious creature. We have Familiar, number 3, which I forgot to look in the book. So let's look in the book together. This is the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle deck. So I was going to look at it before, but I had forgotten. We're going to look at the introspection. In the universe, we have everything we need, from the smallest atoms to the largest oceans to everything in between. It's a beautiful fusion that works in our own lifetime. In our own lifetime, we can have many roles, starting as the child in need of protection and knowledge to the parent that protects and eventually the wise one that imparts the wisdom they have gained through life lived well lived. When Familiar appears, it's asking you to assess your current place in the universe as you shift from each phase, perhaps a leveling up, a need to integrate the inner child, or acceptance of our crone years. This card says to embrace and love yourself for the phase you are currently in. Okay, that's beautiful. And that goes really well with all this abundance and stuff working together, like just like being happy where you are. I feel like you worked hard to get here, so why not enjoy it? What do we have next? South Node, Karmic Past. Comfort zone, mastery, old habits, the past, unfinished business, current gifts or talents, natural strengths, limitations, potential stagnancy. Interesting. Okay. Hope you can see that. Let me doop, 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 just like that. Mystery. Okay. Got a little more mystery coming in here. Meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. Okay. I feel like you're in your hot girl era, hot boy era, hot they era, whatever it is. I feel like you might be it's time for you to start stepping into like 444 in my timer. I think it's time that you're stepping into your, into your true self. The number 4 is the number of structure, foundation, stability. So I feel like you've paid your karmic debts. You've done what it is that you need to do, especially with this Familiar card of like being like enjoying the phase that you're in. I feel like you have gone through the bullshit and now you guys are here and you're ready to win and you're ready to enjoy life and ready to just experience the world around you in a comfortable way. Especially with that comfort zone, yeah, I feel like things are going good. And with this mystery, I feel like you don't really know what's next, but I don't get the vibe that you guys are stressed about it. Yeah, we don't know what's next, but I feel like you've put in the work so far that it doesn't really matter what's next, because even if it's a hard time or it's a good time, like you have what it is that you need to move forward and address things head on and, go with the flow. 555 on my timer. Number of change. Okay. If this feels like you and where you're at, this is going to be the message from your pet. So let's get into this pile 2. I know the oracle wasn't too in depth, but I mean, I feel like this was all pretty self-explanatory. Put you there and put you there. And then we'll keep you guys here. Boom. Just like that. Actually, we're going to do that. I just feel like that's going to work better. All right. So, check in with your pet. How you guys doing together? What's going on in your relationship? What's going on with them? How they feeling? Let's see what's going on for you, pile 2. Obviously, things are looking pretty solid. So let's get into this. A card to represent you. Pile 2. We need a card to represent you. Okay. I'm assuming this is upright. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Yes. Love that for you. A card to represent your pet. For pile 2. A card to represent your pet. This guy looks like he wants to come out, so we'll take him. What do we got? The 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, interesting. This is like low-key mirroring pile 1. It's kind of weird. I know I shuffled these cards pretty well too, so it's kind of weird. If you felt like you were drawn to pile 1, maybe watch pile 1 as well. How they currently feel about their environment. Ooh, we've got the Hierophant. Upright. Okay. Okay, pile 2. Oh, wait. No, that's how they feel about your relationship. My bad. How they feel about your environment. Well, maybe I should do that. Okay, so how they feel about your relationship. Ooh, okay, yeah, that works. That works better than... Okay. Something they feel you're not seeing. Well, that one kind of ran away. Queen of Wands. Okay. We'll take it. How can you work on your relationship? We got the Page of Cups. Okay. Okay. Nothing bad. You guys look like you're doing great. Okay, and then last one. Something important your pet wants to tell you. For pile 2. Something important they want to tell you. Who are you guys? Okay, I'll take both of these. We've got the 2 of Swords upright and the Lovers upright. Okay, there's this like sense of like heavy like duality. Like for some reason this is giving me the same vibe as this. We've got the 2 Towers. We've got like everyone is almost like balancing out some stuff, you know what I mean? And then we've got these guys, which are both about balance. So interesting. We'll put these guys down here. Who's on the bottom? Okay. 10 of Wands reversed. All right. Pile 2. Let's get into this. A card to represent you. We've got the Ace of Swords. Upright. Clarity. I feel like you're stepping into, like I said, I think it's your hot girl summer. I think it's your hot them phase. You know? I feel like we're stepping into our power. We're stepping into, like, we're having, like, breakthroughs and just, like, things are starting to be more clear. And I think that goes so well with this familiar card, too, of just, like, recognizing exactly where you are and being comfortable in that space. I think that you're ready to start. I think that you recognize who you can be around and who you can't be around, who you can work with, who you can't work with, you know? I feel like you're just ready to like do you, and I think that you are doing that. I think that's the vibe here. A card to represent your pet. We have the 8 of Swords reversed, which is about being open to new perspectives. It's about releasing. I feel like maybe I don't know if you guys have been going through like a bunch of changes, maybe environment changes or just overall like, you know, things have been, I don't know if things were a little chaotic at home for a little bit. But I think that your pet is kind of in that space too of like, all right, I'm ready to like move on. I'm ready to like get comfortable and live and be, you know, healthy and happy or whatever it is. You know, I'm just ready to like move on from this past frustrations. And I think that they're ready to start being, I think that your pet's trying to tell you that they're ready to start being more comfortable. I don't know if they've been stressed lately, but that's the vibe that I get of just like kind of getting away from that frustration and getting away from that stress. How your pet currently feels about your relationship. 9 of Pentacles. Literally go off. Your pet is out here feeling good. They feel like luxurious. They feel thankful for you. I think that they love you very, very much. And they're just kind of feeling a little more independent. They're feeling independent, but they love you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you've created a very good, you've pushed them into this new space of comfort that you guys probably never had before. I don't know if you've ever, if you live in an apartment or you've tried to live in an apartment and you had like a dog or a cat or whatever, and it's always like a struggle to find somewhere to live when you have a pet, which I think is kind of weird, but whatever. And you probably haven't had much consistency, and they probably haven't had much consistency. And I feel like they're now at a point where they're like, yeah, I'm living my best life. Like, I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I feel like we could stay here, And that's how they feel about your relationship. I think that they feel like you guys are thriving, and they're very confident and very comfortable, and they love you very much. I think you guys are giving like power couple vibes, but pet, How do they feel about their environment? They have the Hierophant upright, which is really interesting because the Hierophant is about like, it's like the religion card or whatever. But for me, I feel like the Hierophant is also like structure. You know what I mean? The Hierophant is like a foundation and like a consistent system. You know what I mean? The Hierophant can be a system. Sorry, I'm trying to like think of like words that are outside of like religion, because the Hierophant is the religion card, but it's also more than that, So yeah, I just feel like the Hierophant is giving like, or the way that they feel about their environment right now is it's just feeling very structured, and it feels consistent and it feels steady, it's the same. It feels good to be, I feel like they're happy that it's something that's like happening repetitively and it's the same, Something they feel you're not seeing. We have the Queen of Wands upright. I think that they've watched you struggle through the process. They've watched you go through all these changes and all these like growing pains. And I feel like they want you to know that they see just how great you've become. I don't know if this is a cat. It could be a cat. Well, it doesn't have to be a cat. Just so you know. There's clearly other like drastically different animals in here. But I just see the cat like wrapped around her, and that's that was the vibe I got. Either way, I feel like your pet is like at a point where they've seen you go through all these struggles, and they're enjoying the luxury, and they're looking over at you and they're like, oh wait, you're the queen. Like, you did this. You got this life for us. You got this abundance for us. You've put in the work. You've struggled and had to deal with other people and had to work around other people's drama and all this other stuff to get us this consistent, peaceful environment that we now have. Like, they're looking at you like, wow, you're awesome. You're great. They love you, dude. Your pet loves you. They have a lot of respect for you because they've seen it. They've seen it. They've seen what you guys have gone through to get here. They've seen the past. They've watched the struggles and the old, like, hard struggling to break old habits and, let go and move on. Like, they've seen all of it, and they're here for you. And they're like, wow, I'm really proud of you. 15:55 on my timer. They're proud of the changes that you've made. And they want you to know that they see you as this bright, vibrant, wonderful, wonderful person. You're the queen of wands. You're like the sun to them. You're just bright and warm and beautiful, and they love you so much. How can you work on your relationship? We've got the Page of Cups. I feel like with the Page of Cups upright, it's like new beginnings, and the Page of Cups is also like, creative, like inspiration, like new creativeness. But like, I also get like the childlike vibe. So maybe something that you can work on in your relationship is maybe just being a little more childlike, playing around. Like, I don't know if they may be an old pet. I don't get the vibe that they're an old pet out of any of this, but just as an example. They could be an old pet, and when our pets get old, you're like, oh, I don't want to like wear them out or anything like that. But don't forget, they're still your babies, you know? Play with them, maybe being more playful, being more engaging in a more like emotional way. Just getting them more excited, I think, is what they're asking for. They're asking for a little more, you know, a little more fun. That's all. Nothing bad. Something they want to tell you. Interesting combo, because we've got the Two of Swords upright, and we've got the Lovers upright. And the Two of Swords is like about making a choice, and it's almost like you're stuck trying to make this choice, and you're like literally twisted up and blindfolded and just like, I don't know which way to go. And with the Lovers in that combo, I think it's weird, because I think what they're trying to tell you is to not get caught up in the, which way do we go now? You know, or like it's a double choice situation. I think that you shouldn't get caught up in like the mystery of what's out there, you know? And I think you should just go with the flow, take one step at a time. You're capable of making correct choices. Meditate and contemplate, you know, when you're stuck with these, there's so much duality here. And I think that when the scales start getting, you know, off balance, instead of freaking out and making a decision because you have to make a decision, I suggest I think that your pet is just being like, yo, we don't have to rush into anything anymore. You know, we can think about this stuff. We can slow down, enjoy this new world that we're entering into, enjoy the comfort of this new life that you've created for us. And don't stress out. We had the 10 of Wands on the bottom too, reversed, like letting go of we're not going to bring the hard times into these new good times, you know? So if you're feeling like things are like, as you're trying to find your balance and as you're trying to move forward in this new era, don't get caught up in, you know, oh, choices, you know, make decisions when you need to make decisions, but don't be out here paranoid, you know, about what's next. What am I going to do? No. Mm-hmm. Nothing here is negative. Your pet is really excited. They're super excited about what's next, about connections, about like, and also I think another thing I'm getting out of this combo, don't be afraid to make new connections with people. And it doesn't have to be romantic connections, whether it be friends, stuff like that work together. Don't be afraid to introduce new people into your life, because you have the mental capacity and the clarity to decide who is right for you and who is wrong for you. It's not like we were 5 years ago where we didn't have boundaries. We have boundaries now. So don't be afraid to connect with other people as well. Let's get some channeled messages from your pet. This is great, pile 2. Your pet really respects you. What do we got? You're trying to come out. Ooh, interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's get a couple of these and then I'll take all those. Why not? All right. Pile 2. Please supervise kids that are around me. Okay, that's important. If you're recognizing that certain children are not respecting your animal, you know, just, I don't care. I hate when people get mad when you're like, hey, can you tell your kid to stop abusing my dog or whatever? Like, get over it. What do you want your child to do? Keep abusing animals? No. If your pet is feeling stressed around certain kids, speak up for them, okay? Don't be afraid to do that. I need more interaction. Ooh, like I said with that Page of Cups, just like that, like, you know, be more fun and engaging. I watch you and I'm proud to be a part of your life. Ooh, you said you wouldn't walk me. You said you would walk me and you didn't. So I'm gonna put that over here. I understand your thoughts and wish I could help you. Oh, that's beautiful. That, like, that, like, how they see you or how they feel about you, that Queen of Wands. Yeah. You are truly amazing to me. Please be careful with who you trust. That person doesn't smell right. And again, with that, work together. You know, if you feel like this person isn't, you know, if the red flags are up, the red flags are up. You're not dumb. You're at a new layer, you know, you're at a new point in your life. You've been through too much to, like, do the same things over and over again. Thank you for taking care of me the way that you do. And please be more patient with me. Let's get one more, and that'll be it for pile 2. What do we got? Thank you for the treats. Nice. Oh, and then last one. Depend on me more often to help you feel better, to emotionally help you feel better. Okay, pile 2. That was beautiful. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Ammonite or you chose the cat, then this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle portion, see what's going on in there. And if you feel just based off of the oracle portion, you're not connecting with this, it's totally okay. Don't force information to fit, blah, blah, blah. It's not your reading. That's okay. Pick another pile, or you might not have a reading today. Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to do oracle, we're going to do tarot, and then we're going to do channeled messages. Trigger warning. If you know, there's always potential for the theme of death or loss to come out. And if you're not ready to hear that and you don't want to talk about it, don't watch this video, okay? So if it's starting to come up, I'll let you know. But do what's best for your mental health and make the correct choices as to what information you can allow yourself to hear. Did I cover everything? Oh, new tarot deck, found it on Etsy. It's called the Art of Adventure Tarot. It's really cute. I feel like you guys ask me a lot about what decks I'm using, so let me know in the comments if you want me to start, like, showing you who's who. If you want to find this deck, I'll link it down below. And with that, let's get into these. 1, 2, 3 on my timer. I've been seeing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, and 2, 3, 1. Those have been my numbers lately. I don't know about you guys, but that's been the vibe for me lately. All right, pile 3. Let's go check in with your pet. See how you guys are doing. Get creative. Screech owl. How cute. Oh, also, sorry, let me reread the cat. Make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. Okay, so we've got our cat. We've got our owl. Get creative. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Interesting. Okay. And already, like, these are looking very beautiful together. Oh, we've got a cat again. Is this a cat? Let me know. Doesn't have to be, but I feel like whenever it's a cat pile, it's just everything dominates as cat. And, like, this gives very Egyptian vibes too, which is giving me cat, you know? So let me know. The cats usually dominate the entire pile, but it could be somebody else. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. Ooh, that's very important. Yes. We've got cunning, number 32, which, let me get that out of the, let me read it out of the book, because this is the guidebook for this deck. It's called the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. Very, very beautiful deck. Love it very much. So cunning, number 32. Oop, just passed it. There we go. And also, like, I know it's a fox, but this is giving cat vibes too. So, we're going to read the introspection. This card speaks of the gritty kind of knowledge gained from experience, from being at our lowest and then triumphing. This is knowledge we have earned through action, through grit, by sticking with it and prospering because of it. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Cunning asks you to consider your strengths and how you earned them. It says you can have it if you work for it. Are you prepared to do what it takes? Also, 99 on the bottom. I don't know if nines are significant for you. Okay, putting in the work because you've gone through some shit. That's my summary of that card. Sorry guys, we're never gonna make it past the background noise on this channel. Anyway, to summarize, you know, putting to use the things that you've learned because of the environments that you've had to adapt to, the things you've had to go through to get you to this point. We've got Libra, which full moon in Libra. Happy full moon, you guys. Libra, the mediator. Fair, people pleaser, balanced, sociable, sensible, diplomatic, polished, easygoing, fickle, indecisive, harmonious, self-indulgence, ruler of the 7th house. Okay. Stop. Interesting. And then we have surrender to the divine. So, pile 3, I'm getting the vibe that, like, you've always cared about what other people think. And I feel like you tend to take other people's opinions personally. And I feel like you tend to just, like, you let other people affect you. Okay? That's what, let me slide all these up. That's the vibe I'm getting. 111 on my timer. You tend to let people affect you, you know, whether it be like through their judgment or just like feeling insecure about what other people are doing or having and like, oh, I'm not doing that. Well, the cat says make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. And then with the envy card, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So like, I think it's time to stop worrying about what other people think, you know? The cunning card was talking about like, you know, having adapted to environments and having gone through things and all these to get you the knowledge and the skill that you have. So stop worrying about the skill that other people have. Stop worrying about, you know, making sure that your parents are proud of you or your grandparents or whoever. Surrender the idea that like you can't be independent and that you can't be creative and step out on your own. Because with the get creative, it's literally like, it's time for you to stop following what everyone else has to say. Be more independent. Stop depending on the opinions of other people. 222 on my timer. Sorry, I'm drinking some water. Yeah, the vibe I'm getting, pile 3, is that you worry too much about other people. And it is what it is, dude. We all go through it. We all have like lame people in our lives who have all these opinions and, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, they really don't matter. You can't like live to please your parents. You can't live to please your grandparents or anybody else. You literally have to live for yourself. Not for all these like weirdos who don't even care about you at the end of the day. Like, because if they did care about you and if they did respect you, they would accept you as you are, who you are, and where you are, not, you know, conditionally. And don't worry about the people that they do accept, because the people that they do accept are probably not living their lives truly and transparently either. Okay? Just keep that in mind. I just saw 321 on the timer. Okay, that was a horrible bridge. 333 on my timer. That was a horrible shuffle. That was embarrassing. Sorry. Yeah. Let's get into the tarot, check in and see what else your pet has to say. But so far, I'm getting the vibe of like, they don't matter. Whoever they are. It doesn't have to be a parent. It could be a partner, you know. It could be a friend. It could be someone who you know is not supporting you. Ooh, we got the tower sneaking out on the bottom. Whoop. All right. Pile 3, a card to represent you. For pile 3. Ooh, we got the Queen of Swords. Oh, wait. I got to do my thing. Sorry. Oops. Got a little discombobulated for a second. What am I doing? That's gonna go there. That's gonna go there. Then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, like that. Perfect. Okay. Card to represent you. We have the Queen of Swords upright. Love that. And that goes good with that cunning too. Just like very smart, very quick-witted, you know. You're not gonna lie to the Queen of Swords. You know what I mean? She already knows what's up. She's too smart for that. A card to represent your pet for pile 3. Card to represent your pet. What do we got? 2 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. 2 of Pentacles upright. How your pet currently feels about your relationship. I'm going to take that upright. We've got the Fool. No. I don't know. It came out sideways. So let's see. Well, that's not helpful. That's not helpful either. I'll say reverse and then we'll see. I don't know. 555 on my timer. So confirmation, maybe it's supposed to be reversed. And that's how they currently feel about your relationship. How they feel about their environment. How does your pet feel about their environment? What do we got? We got the 7 of Pentacles upright. Interesting. Your pet is giving like money vibes. Is your pet an earth sign or like an earthy type animal? If you know what your pet's sign is. But also like, I don't know, maybe you guys came together because of like financial situations. How they feel about their environment. That was the 7 of Pentacles. And then something they feel you're not seeing. We've got the 5 of Wands reversed. How can you work on your relationship? We've got the 8 of Wands reversed. And then something important they want to tell you. We have the King of Wands reversed. Interesting. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can see all those. What's on the bottom? Ooh, the Lover's reversed? What? The Hermit reversed? What? What is going on, pile 3? Okay. Let's get into these. Card to represent you. We've got the Queen of Swords upright. I think that you're a pretty sharp person. You're a quick thinker. You're not stupid, you know? And I think that, like I said, that pairs well with that cunning card. Because it's like, you're very observant. You know what people have to say. You know, you have a very solid perception. You know, you pick up, you're picking up what people are putting down, whether they like, and they may not think that, you know, but you know. A card to represent your pet. We've got the 2 of Pentacles upright. Balance, adaptability, prioritization. I feel like your pet's just a very balanced creature. Someone, an individual who like is not super needy and not super, you know, I think that your pet depends on you, of course, but I think that also they have a sense of independence and they have a sense of balance where they don't need you to prioritize them. Does that make sense? Like, not to say like, oh, go neglect your pet, but they just seem like the type of animal that they don't need you to prioritize them, you know, like a baby would kind of situation. Balanced and, you know, just like very down to earth. Very connected. How they currently feel about your relationship. We've got the Fool reverse, which I think is interesting because like the Fool reverse is about like being naive. It's literal foolishness. You know what I mean? Recklessness and risk taking. Upright. And it came out sideways. So we'll just go with the rest of the flow and see what fits better. But upright is about like beginnings and like spontaneity and being a free spirit. So I feel like maybe, you know, I'm gonna say it came out sideways and I'm gonna say this. I feel like it's both of those energies. I feel like the way that they feel about your relationship is that they recognize that you tend to be too trusting. But they also recognize that like you're a free spirit and you want to like, you know, be out there and like, you know, have fun and just be excited. But they also recognize that I think you put your trust in the wrong people and you take some risks, which risk taking is not bad, but it also, everything has its consequences, right? So if you're taking risks and you're like, oh, this is what I want to do, and then, but you also didn't weigh out the pros and cons, you know, then you're kind of putting yourself in a situation. So just like, I feel like your pet feels like your guys' relationship is kind of back and forth. You know, sometimes you're consistent and sometimes you're not. But I don't think that I don't feel like it's affecting them negatively. I just think that they perceive more of your personal life than you think they do. So how they feel about their environment, interesting. We've got the 7 of Pentacles upright, which the 7 of Pentacles upright is about like perseverance. It's about pushing forward and investments. Like, this is pretty close to the traditional deck, but he's like, you know, he's working hard and he's just like sweating and like, oh my God, I got all this work to do. And I'm like putting in all the effort and I'm putting in the hours. I'm trying to crack that overtime. And the reason you're trying to crack that overtime is because you want to go on vacation, or you're saving up for something, or you're working towards something. And I feel like your pet recognizes that the environment within your household, 1111 on my timer. I think that your pet recognizes that the environment within your household is very much like I think that's the vibe that sorry, I'm trying to put it into words, but that's the vibe that I was getting with that 2 of Pentacles too, of like, I think that your pet is recognizing that they need to be a little bit on the back burner right now because there's other effort that needs to be put in towards other things, you know. And I think that they feel the hustle, they feel the drive, they feel like you're, you know, pushing to make some changes. And I think that they're kind of just letting you do that. I don't think they're tripping on it, you know. And I think that's why that Fool card came out sideways, because it's like, you know, sometimes you're here and you're ready to go, and sometimes you're like, reckless, and I just gonna do whatever, you know. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like it made sense to me, but it could not. Something they feel you are not seeing. We've got the 5 of Wands reversed, which 5 of Wands reversed can be drama, avoidance, no, 5 of Wands upright is about drama. 5 of Wands reverse is about avoiding conflict, avoiding drama. There you go. Sorry. I had to get my brain together for a second. Yeah, so avoiding conflict, avoiding drama. I feel like what they're asking you to do, and that's where that like envy came in, and that like, you know, make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being, relinquish your overdependency on others. I feel like your pet is trying to like let you know, like, yo, this people-pleasing shit, this like worried about everybody else and trying to make everyone else happy and blah blah blah, like that's not working for us anymore. You know, we have our own stuff we have to focus on. We have our own lives we have to focus on. We can't just go trusting like, oh, well, that's your dad, or oh, that's your mom, so like we just go fall for it again, or oh, that's your sibling, or whoever, that's your friend, we've been friends for so long. Any of that. Like, your pet's kind of letting you know, like, hey dude, it's time to lighten up on that. Because at the end of the day, like, they are your priority. You know, you need to, the 2 of Pentacles is also about like prioritization, you know? And I think that your pet is kind of letting you know, like, hey, we've got our own shit that we're trying to get to. You know what I mean? And like, I get that you're smart, and I get that you like, you call people on their bullshit, but just because you call people on their bullshit doesn't mean that you're not like enabling it. You can call someone out and be like, oh, I know you're like this, and then still help them. And that's enabling. You know what I mean? So I feel like your pet's really out here, like, just who cares about these people? Who cares about the drama? Who cares about the conflict? Who cares about all that stuff? They weren't here for us when we needed them, you know? So it's time to get creative. It's time to focus on ourselves. Don't worry about them. Worry about us. I think that's what your pet is trying to let you know. And that is something they feel you're not seeing. How can you work on your relationship? We've got the 8 of Wands upright. I think it's time that you stop like holding back from them, you know, because the Eight of Wands in reverse. Did I say upright? Sorry, Eight of Wands reversed. It's about like delays. It can be like a frustration. It can be like, you know, things are like being held back. And I feel like something that you need to work on is being frustrated with them and expressing your frustration and like holding back those frustrations and not, you know, like not putting those frustrations towards them. Your pet didn't do anything. Those people did. And I think that it's time that you be a little more conservative when it comes to your energy and your time. And, you know, don't allow energy into your household that does not belong in your household. You know, it's time to prioritize yourself. It's time to prioritize you guys and your safety and your health and, you know, mental stability and all those things. And it's time to get away from that stuff. Like, fly that way. We're gone. We're out of here. You know, we're not doing this anymore. And that's how can you work on your relationship. Something your pet wants to tell you. Interesting that it, like, out of nowhere was just like all wands. Fire and earth energy heavy on the market today. We've got something important they want to tell you. We've got the King of Wands, which is about like impulsiveness, being hasty, like having high expectations, but also not putting in the work for those expectations. You know what I mean? Like kind of all talk and no action behind it, but like proudly talking about things that you're not taking action against, you know? Like I said, like being mad at somebody and like calling them out on their shit and being like, oh yeah, you're always doing X, Y, and Z, but you're not actually going to, you know, hold them accountable. You can verbally hold them accountable, but you're still going to let them keep doing what they're doing. And that's not acceptable. And that's not the energy you want to bring into your house. And that's not the energy that your pet wants in their house at all. They want you to focus on yourself. They want you to focus on like, you know, and it's funny because like that hastiness and that impulsiveness is in the Fool too, you know, that like vibe of just, oh, well, this sounds like a good idea, or like, oh, this person needs me, or, oh, you know, jump into conclusions or whatever it is. Like, pull back, slow down. I think that's where those delays, that vibe of delays comes from, you know, the idea of just like, I think that those delays are like intentional from the universe of every time you try and like help these people, or every time you try and like give your energy out, that like stop sign pops up, you know, or like it's like you're trying to go somewhere and every single light is a red light, you know. So I think it's time for you to like slow down when it comes to the impulsiveness, slow down when it comes to like just jumping to the conflict and jumping into whatever it is and trusting and, you know, expecting things to be different when they're not. You know, a fox doesn't get its cunning from like not from like falling for the same thing over and over again. You know, a fox is going to sit there and watch and hide and keep an eye out and learn about the environment, not just throw themselves into the environment. Okay. So with that, pile 3, let's get some channeled messages from your pet. I liked this. I thought this was beautiful. Let's get some channeled messages from your pet, see what else they would like to tell you, and then we'll be done. So for pile 3, can I get some messages for pile 3? 111 on my timer. Let's get some messages for pile 3. That one's coming out. Let's see. What does your pet want to say, pile 3? Okay, I'll take these guys. Yeah, I'll take these. All right. So, the first one that came out, you need to decrease your irritability. It scares me. Okay. T. Like I said, remember how I was like, I feel like they're kind of giving you some space. I think that they're recognizing like, okay, this is a bit much. And so I'm just gonna take space. Please be more patient with me. I understand your thoughts and wish I could help you. Not everyone cares for you as much as I do. Exactly. And that's why your pet's out here like, bro, stop getting in the conflict with these people. Stop repeating the cycles, you know? Sometimes you annoy me too. And that's fair. They have the right to feel that way. We as people are annoying. I love you. I love you. I love you. You don't annoy them that much. Sometimes I wish you wouldn't talk to me in that voice, whether it be an aggressive voice or just a dumb voice in general. They would like you to know that it's kind of annoying. I don't get enough time with you. It hurts me to see you when you're sad. I don't enjoy car rides. They make me feel dizzy, unbalanced and dizzy. Take that as it applies. Last time that card came out, some people were like, my dog doesn't feel that way. I'm like, well then, it doesn't apply. Just take it into consideration. I understand more than you think. And they do. And I think it's time that you start listening to them. Like I said, I think it's time that you take some space for yourself. Invest it in you. Invest it in time with your pet. Don't invest it in these other situations anymore, because those other situations are drowning you. Straight up. Yeah, take some time for yourself. You guys do something special together, and just, I think it's important that you remind them that you love them and that you want them in your life. You chose them. You didn't just, get a pet because you don't care. So, love and light and all that good stuff. Make sure that you like and comment and subscribe. Let me know down below if this was helpful for you. And I'll catch you on the next one, Pile 3. Bye! Hi, Pile 4. If you chose the blue flower agate butterfly or you chose the half to full moon, this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start off with our oracle energies, see what's going on in here. And if just based off of this, you feel like you don't connect with it, it's totally fine. You can pick another pile if you want to, or you might not have a reading today. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't force information to fit that does not fit. Don't confuse yourself more, and don't do damage to your mental health by, claiming something that literally is not for you. So, we're going to start with oracle. We're going to get into our tarot, which this is a new deck I just got. It's called the Art of Adventure Tarot. Got it on Etsy. I'll link it down below. I think I'm going to start showing you guys the more unique decks that I have, because I always get them in the comments section. So let me know if you want me to start linking everything down below. But that's that guy. And then we're going to do channeled messages from your pet, and that'll be the end of it. So let's get into this. We'll move you over here. Put our butterfly over there. 111 on my timer. Move you there. Okay. Let's see what we got going on for pile 4. Message from your pet. 1, 2, 3 on my timer. Pause, assess, act. White-tailed deer. Okay. Think before we move. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay. Let's do that. Grouse. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. Ooh! Dancing. I don't know if you enjoy dancing for fun, or if you do it for sport or whatever, but maybe take a dance class or something. Just move your body, We've got Love and Blood, which hopefully YouTube doesn't make me blur this out or anything. It's from the Embroidered graveyard, which I'll read the definition. This is how thick this is the guidebook, The deck is about as thick as a tarot deck. So, sorry, I don't have it memorized. We're going to get it straight from the book, which I think is better. So, number 46, 45, 46. Oh, nice. That was quick. We're going to read the introspection. If analysis paralysis is crippling you right now, ground yourself in sensual pleasure, move your body. Oh, there it is again. Eat, stimulate your senses. Leave your mind behind. Remember what it is to be little beastie for a short while. Don't try to push for a solution. The answer will come to you once that big, beautiful brain of yours has taken off. Okay. That's beautiful. Yeah, chill out. Chill out for a sec. Don't overthink things. Oh, I forgot. Let me read this again too. Half to full moon. Embracing high levels of motivation and energy will bring you feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. We've got first house. Self, physical appearance, early childhood goals. Early childhood goals, desires, individuality, temperament, personality, natural tendencies, identity, self-image. Illumination. And then we have a time for healing, balsamic moon. Okay, pile 4, the vibe I'm getting is that I think you're like stepping out into your true self now. You know, I feel like maybe you're starting to gain the confidence of just being in your true form, being who you truly are, and like expressing yourself in that way. The dancing came up twice, and just kind of like moving your body, and you know, when it comes to like your personality too, like just, I don't know, being yourself. I think it's time you loosen up a little bit, be brave. Like don't worry about the people who aren't going to accept you, because those people don't matter. What you need to do is be courageous and step out into your true form, and the people who do accept you and do love you will step up and support you, you know? So it's actually good that those people, for 4 on my timer, it's actually good when negative people show themselves. You know why? Because now you know who's the negative ones, and you can ask them to leave. So I'm getting that I think that you're in like this is like the test phase, the test drive, you know? You've established that you think you know where you want to go. You think you know what it is that you want to do and who you want to be. And it's time to test that out. See what you think. See how you like it. Is it fun? Are you trying to, you know, be create more artistic expression? Or are you trying to create more subtle expression? How you dress, how you look, how you feel about yourself. All those things. I think that it's time for you to heal from the past people's opinions, illuminate your night, or illuminate the darkness that is negative energies around you, and really just start stepping into yourself. Pause, think about what it is that you're trying to do, where it is you're trying to go, and then take a step in that direction. Be motivated. So if this is you, which this is beautiful, if this is you, this is going to be your reading. So let's do this, and then we'll get into your tarot. I'm excited for you, pile 4. This looks really fun. This looks like you're, it's not, I wouldn't particularly say it's hot girl summer, but it's more of like comfortable girl summer. Does that make sense? Like, I'm just me, and I'm just here, and this is what I'm doing, you know? Nothing wrong with hot girl summer either, but comfortable. I think you're in comfort. It's time for comfortable girl summer, and then it'll be time for hot girl summer. You know, we got to get comfortable first. So, message from your pet, or a check-in, really. Checking in on them, seeing how they're doing, seeing what you need to know about them and what's going on with you. So, first card is going to be a card to represent you, pile 4. A card to represent pile 4. I'll take it. What do we got? We got the 5 of Cups upright. Wait a second. Wow, I screwed up. Pile 1, this is the same card that came out, and I kept saying that it was the 4 of Cups. Well, the message was great. Anyway, wow, that's hilarious. 5 of Cups upright. It's a card to represent you. A card to represent your pet. Okay, I'll take the top one. Card to represent your pet. We've got the 10 of Cups upright. Okay, love that for you. Also, are you a water sign? Just wondering. How they currently feel about your relationship. How your pet currently feels. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. How does your pet currently feel about their environment? Okay, we got the 3 of Wands reversed. Interesting. Something they feel you're not seeing. What do we got? What is this? The 5 of Swords reversed? Okay. How can you work on your relationship? So how can you work on your relationship with your pet? I'll take it. Eight of Wands, upright. Okay. And then something important they want to tell you. So something important your pet wants you to know. What do we got? The Page of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. What do we got on the bottom? Queen of Swords on the bottom. Interesting. Double queens coming in there. Oh, and the Page of Wands on the bottom. What? Okay. That's cool. All right. A card to represent you. We have the Five of Cups upright. And the Five of Cups upright just gives the vibe of like loss, regret, disappointment. Just like, yeah, like he dropped the trays and he's literally just like, I can't believe this happened. Like, I'm so frustrated. I'm so disappointed in myself. Like, what was I thinking, you know? And he's not realizing that there's this dolphin in the background, you know, and this dolphin's literally like, woo, look at these cups. He's so busy worried about the cups that are on the ground, you know what I mean? That he's not seeing what's happening around him, you know? So that sense of like loss and disappointment. And that's a card to represent you. We have a card to represent your pet, which is the Ten of Cups upright. Harmony, happiness, alignment. I feel like even though you're feeling disappointed and even though you're feeling frustrated, you know, and even though you feel like you've like dropped the ball, like your pet does not feel that way. They very much are like, you're my person, and I want to make sure that we are happy, and I want to make sure that we are loved and we are confident in ourselves and we're, you know, strong together. Your pet doesn't care about, you know, your failures. Your pet doesn't care about where you've dropped the ball or whatever. Like, your pet doesn't care about that. They care about the fact that you guys are supposed to thrive together. How they currently feel about your relationship. We've got the Queen of Pentacles upright. I feel like your pet, like, that like motherly, loving, kind, you know, secure. Your pet is definitely your soulmate, you know. Your pet loves you very, very much. They respect you. I feel like you give them a sense of worth. You give them a sense of home and a sense of safety and security. And they want to take care of you as much as you take care of them. 11:11 on my timer. How they feel about their environment. We've got the Three of Wands. I hope that background noise isn't too loud because I can't really do anything about it. But how they feel about your environment. We have the Three of Wands reverse, which is about like lack of foresight. It feels like there's like delays or like there's like blockages to your long-term goals. I don't know if, like I said, you know, I feel like things are changing with you. I feel like you're stepping out and kind of finding who you truly are and finding out like where it is that you're truly trying to go. And I think that your pet is kind of your pet sees that there's not really like, we don't know where we're going, you know, and I feel like you need to communicate with them, like if you're moving or if you're making any like serious changes, you know, to their environment, whether it be like moving households or introducing new people into your home or stuff like that. I think it's really important that you communicate with them what these changes are, or like what's going on around them, because to them it's looking like, you know, to them it's almost looking like you're just kind of going all over the place and you don't really, there's a lack of foresight, you know, and it feels like there's like blockages happening. And I think that as long as you pause and assess, communicate to them what's going on, you know, and then move forward, it'll help you all in the long run, you know, to continue this like sense of harmony. But I feel like it's weird because I just feel like they're picking up on something that like, it's almost like they're picking up on like something down the road that you're probably not seeing right now. Which brings us to something they feel you're not seeing, which is the Five of Swords reversed. And the Five of Swords is about like past resentments, but it's also about like being open to change and being open to like letting those things go and like moving forward. And I think that it's time that wait, I'm sorry. I confused myself. I struggle seeing sometimes. This was how they currently feel about your relationship. So I feel like they feel like I expressed what it was that I was saying, but I didn't express it in the right context, I guess. How they feel about your relationship. I feel like you might not be communicating things to them, your frustrations to them, or communicating what's going on to them. And so to them, they don't know what's going on in the future. They don't know what's going on down the line because they feel like, it feels like there's like obstacles in the way, but they don't even know what those obstacles are, and that's what I mean by like communicating. Sorry. This one is how they feel about their environment. No, wait, that was how they feel about their environment. This is something that you're not, oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. This is something they feel you're not seeing. It's my spread. I don't know why I'm struggling to read it. Something they feel you're not seeing is the Five of Swords. So I feel like they're ready for change. They're ready for like new perspectives. I think that there's a lot of issues that are like preparing to be laid to rest, which is that time of healing. And I feel like their perspective is that you don't see that there's those opportunities right now, like the opportunities for change, the opportunities for growth, the opportunities to stand in your true form, which is what that Love and Blood card was about too. How can you work on your relationship? We've got the 8 of Wands upright, action, movement, change. I feel like the way that they feel about the way they want you to work on in your relationship is being open to that change, because that's what the Five of Wands is, and that's what the Five of Swords reverses, and that's what that 3 of Wands reverses, is that like lacking foresight and but also holding on to the past. They're ready for you to move forward and flow with change, and they're ready to go with you. Like, they support you. They're ready to go with you. They're just waiting for you to be ready. Like, what are your goals? What is it that you want? Where is it that you're trying to go? And healing from those inner child wounds and healing from the past and being courageous and strong enough to step forward in your true light and in your true self and be like, hey, this is who I am, and moving forward, this is where I'm going. And they're ready to go with you. Sorry, I got a little lost in the sauce for a second because I tend to miscount. But we're back on track. And that is, how can you work on your relationship? Something they want to tell you is the Page of Pentacles, which is great because the Page of Pentacles is like a financial opportunity. It's like your manifestations coming to you. It's achieving your goals. It's like it's like a new job or a new opportunity, whatever it is. Your pet wants you to know that is coming towards you. If you continue to put in the work and you stop worrying about the cups that spilled and stand in your true form, stand in your true self, be motivated to move forward, then you're gonna win. And your pet wants you to win. They've been telling you from day one. They view you as the Queen of Pentacles. They're manifesting opportunities for you too. It's not just like your pet is just there living in la la land. They know everything that's going on. They see our lives. They feel our energy every night when we go to sleep, and they go to sleep next to us or wherever your creature may stay. They feel your energy, and they know that when you're going through things, but your pet is really trying to tell you yo, it's time that we move forward. Because once we move forward, that's when we're gonna achieve our goals. That's when we're gonna gain our wins, They're ready to move with you. They just want you to stop and think about your moves and then act on your moves. So, let's get some channeled messages for you, Pile 4. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope this is helping for you. The first one that came out, we've got, please pet me more often. I worry about you often. Okay. Yeah. They definitely, I think that's where that 3 of Wands reverse is coming in. Sometimes I wish you wouldn't talk to me in that voice. If it's a baby voice or if it's an aggressive voice. they want you to know it's kind of annoying. I watch you and I am proud to be part of your life. Yes, that 10 of Cups, that the Pinot Noir, the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Thank you for the toys. Yeah, they support you and they love you and they hold you in very, very high esteem and high honor, and they want your manifestations to come to you just as much as you do. Please supervise kids that are around me. Okay, that's important because some kids be beating up animals. Fresh water would be nice, not 2 or 3 day old water. Take that as it applies. I want you to be happy like you made me happy. Yes! That 10 of Cups energy again. I'm sensitive to any noise at night. I want to protect you when you sleep. I don't enjoy car rides. They make me feel unbalanced and dizzy. Take that as it applies. If it doesn't apply, it's fine. Let's get one more. I like that person because he, she, or they greeted me first. Okay. On the bottom we have, I wish I could take your pain away. Okay. Well, pile 4. This is a very, very clear and present message from your pet that, like, they're ready to go when you are, you know, they're ready to progress and change when you are, and they're ready for new things just as much as you are. So, and they love you and they support you very, very much. So let me know down below if this was helpful for you. Make sure you like and comment down below and subscribe. And I think that's it. I'll catch you guys on the next one, okay? Bye! Hi, pile 5. If you chose the yellow calcite ducky or you chose the moon in Cancer, then this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle energies, see what's going on in there. And if based off of the oracle you feel like you're not connecting, that's totally okay. Pick another pile, or you might not have a reading today. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that we're not forcing information that is not relevant to our lives or causing more issues in our mental health because we're trying to make things fit that don't fit, you know? So, oracle, and then we're going to get into our tarot. Today I'm going to be using the Art of Adventure Tarot. It's a new deck I got off of Etsy. This is what it looks like. No, it's not an Adventure Time deck. That's what a couple people said, and you'll see when you start seeing the cards, like the initial vibe might be that, but I feel like the deck is pretty opposite of that. So yeah, I'll link it down below if you guys want to buy it. And then we're going to do channeled messages from your pet, and that'll be the end of it. So, pile 5. Ooh, ow. Let's get into these. Hope you guys are doing okay today. So, check in with your pet. See how they're doing. We've got Key into Wisdom, Little Owl. We have Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And then for the moon in Cancer, spend time with family or helping others. Avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. Chimpanzee. Use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your question. And then we have Spring Equinox, number 66, which I will read. I'll just read it out of the guidebook, which this is such a beautiful deck. I'll link this one down below too. The Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. So, number 66, Spring Equinox. I'm going to read the introspection part. And we're actually in Spring Equinox right now. So, consider this card as the Fool within Tarot, the hatchling in spring venturing out for the first time. Try something new today, maybe within sacred creative space. Be brave and try something new, not for results or a perfectly finished project, but for the joy to be found in the moment. Experience and play or experiment and play. Whether your thing is art, music, dance, or something else, give your permission to let loose and explore it judgment free. Nice. So the Fool, basically. New opportunities, a new vibe, new energy, just like a fresh start. And like that goes well with, you know, just spending time with your family, it doesn't have to be your bio family. It could be your chosen family, you know, but spending time with people who are going to get you out of, you know, oh, I forgot to shuffle one of these out. Spending time with people who are going to get you out of, you know, the funk that you're feeling you're in if you're in a funk. Let's see. Okay, interesting. I will take this one. No, I will take this one. All right. Sorry, I forgot to shuffle out one last one. We've got Taurus. Taurus season is coming up already. The Connoisseur. Comfort, luxury, reliable, stubborn, possessive, hard work, life's pleasures, serenity, productive, determination, stability, ruler of the second house. Our tried and true beloved Tauruses. We have Rest. Beautiful. And then we have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, full moon in Leo. Great. Let's point this down just a little bit. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. And everybody is in frame. Great. So, I feel like you're at the point where new things are coming towards you, but it's really important that you take it slow. Like, we went through the hard shadow phase. I feel like the shadow phase is over, and now you're waiting for like your rest phase, and you're waiting for like you've climbed the mountain, you know, and now it's time to just like chill. It's not time to hike back down yet. Does that make sense? I feel like it's really, really important that you focus on, you know, resting, and you focus on rejuvenation, and you focus on your connections, thinking things through a little more clearly, keying into wisdom, you know, that like the slow and steady pace. Don't let pride get in your way either. If you need help, get help. You know, if you need like someone to lean on, ask someone if you can lean on them. Just like put yourself out there a little bit more in terms of like the people you love, in terms of yourself. And I think that it's just time that you are a little more open to changes, and a little more open to just resting and relaxing, you know. I know it's hard to relax, but especially in these days, but it's important that you do, and it's important that you allow your battle wounds to heal, and you allow your body and your mind and your spirit to refresh itself before you jump into the next phase of your life. So that's my opinion. I hope that makes sense. I don't feel like I need to go that much deeper into these, you know. I just think that, I think it's like I think you're at the calm after the storm. That's the vibe I'm getting. So let's see what your pet has to say. Let's see what else your pet has to say. If you feel like you connect with this, then we're going to get into our tarot now. And above all, dude, be patient. Just let things happen in the timing that they're supposed to happen, because when you try and rush stuff, you will get set back significantly. So, pile 5. A check-in with your pet. See how you guys are doing. What's going on? So a card to represent you for pile 5. A card to represent pile 5. We got the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Again, that's funny. The last pile 4, was also the Queen of Swords. Card to represent your pet. We've got the Sun. Wait. What? Did this one just fall out? A card to represent your pet. Okay. The Fool. How they currently feel about your relationship. No, I have a feeling it's like this. I can't remember which pile it was, but I think it was either pile 3. I think it was pile 3. The exact same situation happening up here. So maybe you should go back and watch pile 3. I can't, oh man, I wish I could remember which one it was, but probably pile 3. How they feel about your relationship, we've got the Fool reversed. How they feel about their environment, we've got the Hanged Man reversed. Okay, interesting. How they feel, or yeah, something they feel you're not seeing. So something that your pet feels you're not seeing. What do we have? It's the 4 of Cups reversed. Okay. How can you work on your relationship? How can you work on your relationship with your pet? Okay. Ooh, it's your girl, the High Priestess. It's your girl. Okay. Something, and that's how can you work on your relationship? And then something important that your pet wants to tell you. I'm not taking all those, so I'll just take that. Something important they want to tell you. Whoops. The Lovers, upright. Interesting. I might need to get a... We'll see what's going on with that. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. And Temperance on the bottom. And Judgment reverse on the bottom. What the heck? What? Hierophant? What? You have so many major arcana. What is going on, pile 5? We'll get into this. A card to represent you. We have the Queen of Swords. Very quick-witted, organized, perceptive, a very independent person. Someone who doesn't rely on other people. And I think that that's where this moon in Cancer is coming from, of like, you know, spending time with family. Don't let pride get in your way, you know. Even though you're an independent person, that doesn't mean that there aren't people that you can depend on and aren't people that you need to depend on, you know. And that's where that discernment comes in, and using your intuition, you know, to decide who is worth it and who isn't, rather than just not relying on anybody. A card to represent your pet. We have the Sun. And of course, the Sun is just joy, harmony, excitement, fun, vitality. I think that your pet is just are they one of those fun guys? Every time you're around your pet, they just give you energy and they just bring you joy and they make you feel good. Because that's the vibe that I'm getting, is that they're just a really happy little guy, happy little gal, whatever they are. And I think that they just bring joy to your life and they brighten your life very, very much. And that it's funny because you're such an independent person that like an animal, you know, a creature has to be able to connect with you, you know, because they're the only one that you feel you can trust. And I feel like that's your pet, you know. They're the one that you feel like you could trust. And it's probably because they can't talk, which means that they can't tell your secrets. But other than, you know, also because we have a harmonious relationship with them. And I think that's beautiful. I think that you guys look great together. How they currently feel about your relationship. We've got the Fool reversed. And the Fool reverse is literally like foolishness. Risk-taking. Sometimes it could be naive and like too trusting, and just kind of reckless. So I feel like even though you're a smart cookie, you tend to, because you are so independent, I'll say this, because you are so independent, sometimes like you make impulsive decisions to avoid needing people's help and to avoid relying on others and avoid like asking for support. And that sometimes, you know, like if I'm gonna use this as an example, you break up with someone and instead of like relying on your family for help, you know, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna move and I'm gonna disappear for a little bit and then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna tell everyone what happened. Like, And for your pet, it's like, dude, we just got here. Like, I just met this person. You know what I mean? Like, they're not adapting as quickly as you are trying to just like move on from the situation, you know? And you're trying to move on so quickly because it's like, you don't want to have to ask for help or admit that you're going through something or admit that you need, you know, support. That's a little obscure maybe, but that's kind of what I got out of that. You know, I just think that sometimes you can be impulsive, and when you don't communicate things to your pet and you just kind of jump and expect them to jump with you, it causes stress for them and it causes confusion. And it can be frustrating for everyone. How do they feel about their environment? We have the Hanged Man reversed. Feeling like delayed. Things are feeling just like, it almost feels like you're just kind of stuck, you know? And I feel like maybe for them, it's been a while since they've experienced like a fresh vibe in the household, or maybe it's been a while since, you know, they've seen their little pet friends or their, you know, their family members or whoever, because like the humans are their family too, not just yours. And maybe they feel like, maybe they're feeling lonely and just kind of isolated, you know, because you don't want to depend on other people, but it's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I need some help. Can I drop my animal off to you for a couple of days just to give them the interaction that they need since I can't provide it, or whatever it is, you know? I think that they feel kind of stuck in this, like, 14:44 on my timer. They feel kind of stuck in this, like, impulsive environment, you know? And they feel, it feels kind of like, they just feel trapped a little bit. And not to say like, oh, you don't take care of your pet. Please don't feel that way. But, you know, we have our lives and we don't always have the time and the energy to communicate. But also, like, when we're going through things, we don't think to, like, explain it to our pet. And that's kind of where that temperance comes from on the bottom of, like, and the judgment reverse. It's like, it's time that you start taking care of yourself, you know? It's time that you start, like, getting some balance, tapping into those who help you grow and not just criticize you. And it's important that you, like, at this point in the game, Pile 5, you know who supports you and who doesn't, right? You know who is on your team and who's just going to criticize you without actually offering you help or offering you, you know, solutions. So I'm not talking about subject yourself to those people. I'm talking about putting yourself out there to the people you know and the people you love and the people who reciprocate that love and reciprocate that trust and reciprocate that energy to you, right? Not just handing it out to anybody. So I think it's important that you guys get outside a little bit more, put yourselves out there a little bit more, engage with new people, or even engage with people that you love. I think that your pet's just feeling a little lonely. That's all. Something they feel you're not seeing is the 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay. It's like I said about like the boredom. Or like feeling like aloof. I feel like they definitely feel bored. They definitely feel like they're not getting what it is that they're not getting the fulfillment that they're looking for. They're not getting like the interaction or the vibe that they're not getting the energy they're trying to get, you know? And it's not like, it's not a bad on you, you know, oh, you're not taking care of your pet. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're getting a little bored. And so if it would be helpful for you to get them to like engage with your family a little bit more, maybe drop them off for a couple of days or engage with their other pet friends that you know or have or whatever. I think they just need a little more engagement, you know? And I think that I understand that you have stuff going on. However, I think that this is the phase where like you've already gone through the struggle part and now it's time to rest. And while you're resting, take that time that you have on your hands and invest it more in your pet. I think that's what they need. And that's something they feel like you're not seeing. How can you work on your relationship? we've got your girl, the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is all about the subconscious. It's all about, you know, following your intuition and your inner voice and listening to your intuition. And I feel like if your intuition has been going off and you've been feeling, you know, like, oh, my pet's been being really weird, or like they're doing things out of character or whatever, listen to that. You know, they're trying to tell you something. If you notice like certain weird behaviors, or you notice like they're making noises, or like, you know, just doing things that are trying to get your attention, it's probably because they need your attention. So if you're feeling, you know, if you're feeling some kind of way, listen to that and open yourself up and be available for them the way that they need you to. And that's something that you can work on in your relationship. Something important they want to tell you, we've got the Lovers upright. I think that they're, I'm gonna get a clarifier, because the Lovers is all about like union and relationships and like alignment of values and that kind of stuff. It can be about choices, but I think it's so interesting that there's so many major arcana too. Can I get a clarifier for the Lovers? What is this? 4 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So something important they want to tell you, probably protect yourself from greedy people. Protect yourself from people who are taking too much energy from you, or taking too much, like, you know, people who like, it's important to protect yourself from certain people is the vibe I'm getting. And like I said, spend time with family does not mean you have to subject yourself to the family that does not accept you or respect you or whatever. I'm talking about family, the people who love you, the people who see you as you truly are, and the people who respect you as you truly are. So I think it's important that you recognize if you're putting too much energy into certain people, and when you feel the urge to try and get some of that emotional gratification from being around those people, put that energy into your pet, you know? Take them out. Spend time with them. Don't spend time with people that are... avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. And instead, put that energy into someone who needs that energy from you. And someone who's like very clearly asking, you know, hey, I need some of your time. So let's get some channeled messages. Nothing bad, pile 5, you know. We all do it. You are truly amazing to me. They love you, dude. They love you so much, and they respect you for sure. I think they're just a little lonely. You said you would walk me, and you didn't. Thank you for the treats. I love you. I love you. I love you. I need more interaction. There you go. That's kind of that double confirmation there. Let's see. What else we got? I understand your thoughts and wish I could help you. Well, they can help you. If you allow your animal to take care of you the way that you take care of them. I'll take these guys. I wish I could sleep on the bed next to you more often. Please pet me more often. Sometimes you look irritated with me, but I only mean well and only want your attention. Yeah, make sure that we're not creating a frustrating environment for them either. You know, because honestly, like, if your pet is unhappy, your household is going to be a mess. I don't enjoy car rides. They make me feel dizzy and unbalanced. Take that as it resonates. I hate seeing you feeling stressed. One more. You mean the world to me. Aw, that's beautiful. And on that note, pile 5, thank you for watching this. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Let me know down in the comments if you connected with this. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Hi, pile 6. If you chose the green aventurine frog or you chose the owl, then this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle portion, see what's going on in there. And if you feel like just based off of that, you're not connecting with this reading, totally okay. Go ahead and pick another pile, or you might not have a reading today. I just want to remind you guys, there's potential for, there's always potential for the theme of death or loss to come up in a reading. So if you're not mentally or emotionally in a position to have this conversation, I suggest you not watch it. I suggest, if it comes up, I'm gonna let you know, but I suggest just don't watch it. Do what's best for your mental or emotional health. If you feel like information is just too much for you, then I suggest just taking some steps back and coming back to it later. Other than that, we're gonna do our oracle. We're gonna get into our tarot. This is a new deck. It's called the Art of Adventure Tarot. It's really, really cute. I got it off of Etsy. I'll link it down below. It's not an Adventure Time deck. This is the creator. It's not an Adventure Time deck, even though 111, it looks like one, or people have said it looks like it. I think this deck is really cute, really cool, and we're gonna use it today and have fun. Then we're gonna do channeled messages from our pet, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. You can go there. Let's get into our oracle. First up, dive under the surface. T. Oh, and as a reminder, our owl says, crisis will allow you to look into yourself and make an important revelation. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Okay. Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. All right. We have Summer Solstice, number 34, which let me get the guidebook for that one. This is the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. I'll link this down below as well. And then let me find number 34, 32, 34. We're going to read the introspection. We're always rushing about and juggling our responsibilities. Take time to truly celebrate when things are good. Acknowledge and notice the big and little comforts. There may come a sad day in the future, so collect memories and journal about them. Give yourself all these happy memories and allow yourself the chance to experience them. Take in every detail and give yourself to this moment. Don't rush. Bathe in it. Okay. Wow. All right. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy every single moment. If you're feeling like time is fleeting, we'll make the most of that time. We have Earth. Lessons. Reorientation, awareness, 3D experience, schooling, duality, human condition, reality, practicality, physical body, nature, stability, mission. We have protection. Expect powerful change. New moon, eclipse. Isn't it eclipse season? Starting here pretty soon. Okay. So I'm not going to say the crisis is death. I don't know what the crisis is, but obviously some heavy stuff is happening right now, and whether that be like with your pet specifically or just in your life, I think it's important that you take the time to not fight change and not fight or resist, what's going on. I think that you need to dig a little bit deeper, see the root of the problem, see what solutions you can find, if you can find any, and don't allow, your anger and frustration to create conflict. If there's a situation where you're dealing with someone, or you're dealing with, like, for instance, you're dealing with like a relative in the hospital, and there's those other family members who are just like doing too much and, talking too much shit. 444 on my timer. And just kind of like causing conflict within this already stressful situation. Don't engage with them. I think that it's important that you focus on the now, focus on the time that you have, focus on, you know, the moments and making memories and all of those things. And enjoy it before, you know, before it ends, whatever this thing may be. Protect yourself from the drama, protect yourself from negative people, or, you know, protect yourself from conflict, whether that conflict be from, like, you know, yourself or from other people. I think it's important that you keep that negative energy out and that you take some space for yourself. And ooh, that was a terrible bridge. You take some space for yourself and really just take care of yourself and take care of your pet and focus on you guys. Don't focus on anybody else, because you're going to realize through this really hard situation, people are going to show their asses and people are going to show who they truly are. 5:55 on my timer. So don't, like, you go, just flow through it. Don't fight it. Okay. Pile 6. We're going to get deeper into this. So if this resonates with you, then let's do it. I'm going to put these up here. Yeah, enjoy every moment. Protect your time, protect your energy. Be more aware of people and their intentions and what's going on around you. The human condition, isn't that it? Like, dealing with intentions and dealing with, you know, all the mess that comes with the beauty of it. 4:32. The time is 4:32 o'clock p.m. A card to represent you. So, a card to represent pile 6. What do we have? We got the 4 of Cups upright. A card to represent your pet. We've got the 7 of Pentacles upright. Interesting. I'm gonna bring these all together. How they currently feel about your relationship. We've got the 4 of Wands upright. I love that. How they currently feel about their environment. Okay, we've got the High Priestess upright. It's your girl. It's your girl, the High Priestess. Something they feel you're not seeing. Whoa. We got the Knight of Pentacles upright. Interesting. It's something they feel you're not seeing. How can you work on your relationship? Pile 6. How can pile 6 work on their relationship with their pet? Okay, that's a lot going on. We'll take Justice. And something important they want to tell you. Okay, I'm going to take all 3 of these because these go really well together. So I guess I will take all of them. And we'll get into this. But something important that they want to tell you. We've got the Devil reversed, the Sun reversed, and the 6 of Cups reversed. So there we go. All right. A card to represent you. Pile 6. We've got the 4 of Cups upright. The 4 of Cups upright is all about, like, contemplating. It's about, like, meditating, slowing down, reevaluating the situation, and just being a little more apathetic towards yourself, you know, as well as the situation. So I feel like maybe you're just in kind of a slow down mode. And it's like that summer solstice card, you know, of like, I'm just going to enjoy the moment. I'm just going to enjoy the time that I have. And I'm not going to sit here and stress over, you know, something that I can't control. And I feel like that's the energy that you should be in. It's just like, I'm going to focus and meditate and try and rest as much as I can throughout this situation. And I'm going to get through to the other side. A card to represent your pet. Interestingly enough, we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is a reward, investment. It could be about vision and perseverance. I don't want to say that your pet is dealing with bad health, but, you know, if in fact your pet is dealing with bad health or dealing with like a situation that is hard for them, they're trying to push through. They're trying to move forward. They're working hard. They're not gonna, I don't think that they're slowing down. Or I'd like to think, I would love to believe that they're not slowing down. But they've pushed through and they have lived a beautiful life so far, as we can see, you know, and I think that it's important that you enjoy every moment with them, even if they're not sick and they're totally fine, you know, still enjoy every single moment with them, you know, because they're not going to be around forever. And that's hard to believe. I don't like to think about it, but like, you know, one of these days my dogs are going to be gone. And like, I can't imagine that, you know, but it's rather than sitting here and being like, oh, I can't imagine that, I'm going to enjoy every moment that I have with them and savor their love and savor their kisses and savor the snuggles. 11:11 on my timer. But I feel like your pet has pushed through, whether it be like a rough past of, you know, being abused and before you had gotten them, or, you know, just dealing with health or whatever it is. Your pet is a survivor and they push through no matter what. How they currently feel about your relationship, we have the 4 of Wands upright. And the 4 of Wands is all about celebration and harmony, feeling at home, community. They love you so much. You're their best friend for sure. You're the one that like gets them excited when they wake up in the morning. They go to sleep thinking about how much they love you, and they wake up thinking about how much they love you. That's what I'm getting out of that. Like, your relationship is beautiful, and I think that you brought them out of a hard time for sure, and I think that they've brought you out of hard times. And I think that it's important that you just enjoy your time together and celebrate. Stop worrying about all the other extra nonsense. How they feel about their environment. It's your girl, the High Priestess. I feel like they're very comfortable, you know, and I think that they might be a spiritual creature, just because, like, whether they, you know, some of us, our pets will like harass our altar or like, you know, steal our crystals or whatever, you know, rub all up on your stuff. And I feel like your pet feels that way, of like, just like in tune with you and in tune with their home, and they feel very comfortable and confident. You know, your pet is not worried about like what other people got going on. They care about their home, and they're happy in their home, and they feel safe and comfortable. And I think that they feel very spiritually in tune with your household. Yeah, they're just like, they're in touch with you. And also, I'll throw this out here. This might be a pet from the other side, a pet from beyond, which is why the High Priestess would be coming through too. And if it is a pet from beyond, you know, just know that they still love you, and they're still watching over you, and they're still looking to take care of you. And that's how they feel about their environment. They're thriving. Something they feel you're not seeing. We got the Knight of Pentacles upright. And the Knight of Pentacles is about like routine. It's about like efficiency, you know, maybe putting some extra effort into stabilizing your routine with them. Maybe putting in a little extra effort to nurture their bodies, or nurture, you know, their minds. A little more engagement maybe. And also the Knight of Pentacles is just like kind of a slow climb. It's not, there's no rushing. There's no like, you're not like running, you know. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands is like, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Whereas the Knight of Pentacles is like, all right, is everybody ready? Okay, I'll be in the car waiting, you know, like that kind of vibe. And so I feel like something that you're not seeing is that I think that there's like some change in routine coming, but it's coming very slowly. I think that whatever the situation is, it's going to be a very slow progression. It's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be a tower like level vibe. I think it's going to be a slow change. How can you work on your relationship? We have justice, upright. Which is interesting because justice can be about, like, justice is literally justice, fairness, truth, you know what I mean? Just being, cause and effect. I think that's something that you can work on in your relationship, is just being fair with them, you know, in the sense of like I said, if your animal is dealing with physical ailment and they're trying to push through something, being honest with them and, you know, being fair with them in the sense of like, I'm gonna just say it, claim it if you claim it, leave it if you don't. If they've been struggling and going through something and you're on the fence about like pulling the plug, do what is fair for them. You know, if you feel like they've suffered enough, they've suffered enough. Obviously they love you and they've had a beautiful life. And that's specific. Don't take it if you don't want it. But wow. Okay. Yeah. Don't take it if you don't want it, but just very much like doing right by them in every aspect, you know, enjoying your moments with them. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the time that you could spend loving them, worrying about other people. And that's how can you work on your relationship? Something important they want to tell you. So we've got the Devil reversed, the Sun reversed, and we've got the Six of Cups reversed. I think it's important that you break free of the sadness, you break free of the depression, and you don't get caught. Okay. Trigger warning. I think that this might be about death or about an animal attempting to pass, or, you know, it's time for them to pass. And if you feel like you don't connect with this, or you feel like you don't want to hear it, just turn the video off now. But I wanted to kind of get all of this important stuff out before I got to this, because this is honestly, this is the energy that I'm getting out of that. And you can get something totally different and let me know in the comments. That would be beautiful. But don't be stuck in the past. Don't be afraid to let go. And I think that that's why this Justice card is here. Because don't let your love for them, don't let your fear of being without them cause you to do something that is unfair, such as making them continue to suffer. Surrender. If you can't control it, you know, you can't control what's going on. Enjoy the time that you have. Make it very comfortable for them. Make it very like, give them their last hurrah. Give them the time that they need, the love that they deserve, you know, but also recognize that you need to be fair. You need to be fair with them, and don't allow 4:44. It is 4:44 p.m. That's crazy. And expect powerful change. You know, if this is like, this is going to push you further, and it sucks now. Trust me, it sucks now, but there's something it's something that just has to happen, you know. And if your pet is completely fine and life is great, then great. You know, I'm happy for it. But specifically for those who are dealing with those massive changes, a lot of Cups energy, dude. If you need to, and even, it doesn't even have to be death. If you feel like you need to let go of someone because like, it could be a person, you know, a person leaving you, a person like that you need to break free of. Whatever it is that is causing this depression and causing you to be stuck in the past and be unrealistic about what's going on, you need to let it go. And I'm not completely getting like, oh, it's death. I don't believe that. But whatever this crisis is, you need to let go of the past, and you need to let go of the idea that you need this situation and you have to control this situation. Do what is best. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Be realistic and be practical, you know? Yeah, that's I'm not getting anything like super bad, you know, I'm being real. I think it's important that you protect yourself from, you know, the drama, protect yourself from your inconsistency stresses me out. Sometimes you annoy me too, you know, we all do it. Not everyone cares for you as much as I do. I love you, I love you, I love you. I appreciate that this card has jumped out for every single pile. And trust me, obviously your pet loves you very, 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 very much. So don't think that you're like, you know, you're not dropping the ball. I think that it's time that you just pay more attention to them and focus more on them and their needs versus like people who aren't, you know, versus anything that is not bringing you peace. You said you would walk me and you didn't. Sometimes I wish you wouldn't talk to me in that voice. Let's see. I hate to see you feeling stressed out. Please be careful with who you trust. That person doesn't smell right. That's what I mean. Like, protect yourself. They want to protect you. They want to protect you from whatever weird shit's out there. Fresh water would be nice. Not 2-3 days old water. Please be patient with me. And then I'll take these ones and we'll be done. I'm sensitive to any noise at night. I want to protect you when you sleep. I don't get enough time with you. You are truly amazing to me. I watch you and I'm proud to be a part of your life. And on that note, your pet loves you very, very much, pile 6. I think that it's time that you just focus on them a little bit more and enjoy the time that you guys have together, whether that be a lot of time or a little bit of time. Enjoy the time that you have together because unfortunately life does not last forever. So comment down below your thoughts. Let me know how you feel. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one, okay? Bye!